session of observer pattern. In this session, we will try to understand observer pattern. We will go through a definition of it, and we will also look into a sample code. So let's start with what basically is observer pattern. They fall into the behavioral categories of design pattern. First thing, observer pattern helps us to communicate between parent class and its associated dependent objects. Means what? Let's say that you have a condition uh, as shown on the figure where you have an application, can be a Windows application, can be a component, and in case there is an error in this application, you want to notify either through email or either through an event, or either push it on the event log, send a SMS. So you want to notify these subsystems. So what you can see, visualize over here, is that there is a subscriber and there is a publisher, or you can say that the you need an architecture which is more of broadcasting the error messages, you know. So if you have such kind of situation where you want to broadcast your messages to multiple subscribers, that's where you need observer patterns. These subscribers are also called as observers, and the guy who sends, or the subject who sends notification, is your publisher. You can call it as a publisher, you can call it as a subject. So the subject basically broadcasts multiple messages, broadcast messages to the to more than to one or more than more observers. So if you have a situation where you want to broadcast messages to multiple subsystems, then observer pattern is for the same. So the first thing what we need to do, what we need to do is implement these subsystems: email, event log, and SMS. So what we do is that all these notification subsystems we inherit from a common interface called as iNotification, which has basically a notify method. So you can see that CLS event notification basically implements a notify, a CLS SMS notification implements a notify, and they have their own custom implementation in their method. So when you notify through email, he will do some kind of custom thing. I have just written now a system display, but probably here it will open a SMTP server. It will open a connection to a SMTP server port, prepare a message, prepare a to BCC, send a message, etc. In the same way, event logs, and then finally your SMS. So what I've done first is that I have basically defined, or basically implemented all these notification subsystem with a common interface. Now second is the driver, the notifier. The notifier basically is the publisher, you know. So the publisher should first know that which notifications are interested in getting the messages. So what we have done is that the CLS notifier has one collection of array list called as notification, and in this we will put those objects which are interested in getting notification. So if only CLS event is interested in getting notification, we'll add an object of CLS event. If only the email object is interested in getting notification, we'll add an object of email. So that can be done by using the add notification method. And if you want to remove the notification, or if you want to remove the subscriber, you can use the remove notification. And finally, there is a notify all method, which basically just loops through all the notification collection in the array list and just calls the notify. Now that we have gone through the notification subsystems and the notifier, we'll look at how the client code will look like. Let's say that this is a simple customer entry form. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to take in a customer code. If the customer code goes more than 10, okay, if it is more than length 10, then we basically want to notify to our email subsystem. We want to notify the error through the email subsystem, or through SMS, or through the event log. So what we do is, first we create a notifier object. We add those notification subsystems which are interested in getting notifications. So at this moment I have just added the email and the event, so I have not added SMS. So basically SMS will not be used when the notifier actually notifies. Now if the customer code is greater than 10, I just call all the notify. So what you can see over here is that, you know, we are trying to solve a problem of broadcasting, or we can say a problem where we are trying to push multiple messages to multiple systems. One guy is trying to put multiple messages to multiple. So if you have architectural decision where you want to implement such kind of publisher subscriber model, or you want to implement such kind of broadcasting model, then observer pattern is meant for that. What we'll do is that we'll just make a code walkthrough of what we have discussed now. So here's the code. This is my CLS observer. When I say observer, it is nothing but my notification systems, right? Then there is CLS observable, which is nothing but what we discussed, who is actually the publisher. So he has a collection of notification subsystem who are interested in getting the event, and notify all just calls the notification the notify method of the notification subsystem which are registered with the publisher. My client code is pretty simple, which we discussed now. So we create an object of notifier. We add the email and event notification to the notifier, saying that if there is an error, please notify it through the email subsystem and the event log system. And if the customer code is greater than 10, I just call the notify all. One point to be noted is that I have not introduced or I have not added the SMS notification. So only email, the error message will be displayed through email and through event. But tomorrow, if my system wants to add SMS, I need to just go and create an object of the SMS notification and add it to the notifier. So your system also becomes flexible in terms of taking in new customization, or you can say it becomes more flexible in accommodating new subsystems. So now what I will do is that I'll just run this, and I'll just put something which is greater than less than 10. So definitely there is no error. Now again I run it, and now I put a customer code which is greater than length 10. Now this is a error. So you can see that the email notification subsystem has been broadcasted the message, and the event log subsystem is broadcasted the message. So basically your console client, or you can say your console observer client, basically notifies the subsystem accordingly. So I hope that we were able to make you understand observer pattern. The only one important point to be noted when you choose observer pattern is that, do you have a publisher subscriber type of issue? Do you need to broadcast multiple messages to multiple systems? If yes, then publisher subscriber model is for that, or we can say the observer pattern is meant for that. But again, don't get too carried away with it, because it's possible that uh, you can end up into something very complicated. So just visualize first that, is whatever your current need is, the publisher subscriber or notification, can it be done in a more simplified manner? If yes, then probably you can try to implement your custom thinking. And if no, and if you think that no, it's a very complicated, it really matches what the observer pattern says, it really matches to the problem what the observer pattern says, then please go ahead and implement the solution.